Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mayor. Joe Lemming at 377 DeShazer Drive, 23608 Denby. And I'm here with business about the farm. I was here recently mentioning the event that I was not in favor of. It was the demolition of the barn, the brick barn that sits on the old city farm jail property. And I have a feeling that perhaps the council made the decision they did based on information that was right accurate, but it was incomplete. So I wanted to come tonight and share some more information with you about that situation, and perhaps you'll change your mind on that demolition at this time. Framework 2030 is what it is, and it's in place. And it's the way we do business until the new comprehensive plan is completed. And so, since it's our guidance now as we speak, I need to share with you something from that. It's in the Parks, Recreation, and Tourism part of Framework for the Future. Goal number 1, provide adequate park space to serve the recreational needs of the residents of Newport News. Policy 1-9, continue to implement the park design master plan developed by the Riverview Farm Park Task Force and adopted by the City Council on July 23, 1991. Strategy 1-9-2, provide for regular citizen and staff review of the Riverview Farm Park Master Plan to ensure it remains compatible with its original design intent. Recommend revisions to City Council as appropriate. Implementation or strategy. 193. Evaluate the cost effectiveness and feasibility of reusing existing building facilities on the Riverview Farm Park property to use to house an environmental education program. Hey, a use for the barn. The program would create awareness of environmental concerns and educate the public about local flora and fauna. I'll leave today's rule and talk about tomorrow's. Because the CPCAC is working on it, I share with you notes from a meeting. Subject of the meeting, Riverview Farm Park and City Farm. Come on. The plan makes several recommendations for the development of the park, including preserving the historic character. The major concerns regarding development are to include loss of the rural feel, the loss of neighborhood characteristics, and the visual impacts. Now you think about the fact that that barn is the last visual symbol of what we used to be, a farming community, and ooh, the red light is on. Well, in that case, I'll have to come back next week.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for listening.
We won't be here, but you need to
By
say
myself?
2 weeks.
Oh, all right, 2 weeks.
Adrian Whitcomb. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. I have something I want to pass out. Should I give it to you? And I think I have more than enough for everybody. Also, I'd like to use this. Okay, I need some help. Okay, how does it work? Do I put it like that? Okay, it'll show up on this.
Thank you.
evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of the City Council, and ladies and gentlemen, everyone here. I'm Adrian Whitcomb, longtime resident, native of Newport News, and I'm proud to be president of Citizens for Riverview Farm Park. We've been talking about the barn. I thought maybe we should look at it.
It's up there.
It's up here. Okay. This barn, this is a photo that was taken on Saturday. What I'm concerned about, first of all, in general, all this land that we know as a city farm was rezoned as parkland 25 years ago. And any kind of development there would detract from its usefulness for the vast majority of our citizens. There's other areas that can be developed or redeveloped along major highways. We don't need a development on the parkland. As far as the brick barn is concerned, it certainly is a substantive value to Riverview Farm Park. Remember, they put farm in the name of the park as well as Riverview. So the waterfront and the farm atmosphere is important to this park. And there's also symbolic, there's more than just the issue of the barn. It's an issue of how it was suddenly decided that we had to demolish the barn. I was at that work session where it was brought up. Nothing was published in advance that there was a possibility that the barn would be demolished. Not only that, at work sessions, which are not televised, anybody in the audience cannot speak. Nobody in the audience can speak on it. So I had to sit there and go and listen to the discussion, the brief discussion, presentation that was given, and nobody gave every side of the issue. They said, well, either we demolish it or we spend a lot of money, and there's no use for it. Now, the barn is historic. Okay. If you look on this map, this master plan, Deep Creek Menchfield master plan, it actually says historic barn on there, and it says farm right there. Historic barn, farm park. So this was adopted by the City Council in 1990. And what I'm asking the City Council to do, and I've given each of you the complete copy of what I was going to say tonight, and time runs fast. If you really want citizens to be involved in this city, if you really want to do what's good for the citizens and make them feel like they're part of the city, you ought to set up a committee and let them bring forth different ideas. And there's already been ideas presented tonight. There'll be more if you'll give time and don't destroy the barn.
Mr. Whitaker, your time is up, sir.
Okay, one last thing. The master plan was adopted on July 23rd, 1991. And I think we should be true to what was promised in 91. There's even a greater need for the park and for all of the citizens now. And we need to do it for not only for all of the citizens now, but the ones in generations to come. If we don't do it now, it will be too late.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
George Harrison.